Live breaking news from KION Newschannel 546.
Breaking news tonight, the recovery efforts after the storm knocking out power to thousands, and now an earthquake. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. He's tracking it all for us tonight. Hey, Dan.
Hey there, Phil. Yeah, right at about 4:42 p.m. this afternoon, an earthquake occurred along the San Simeon Fault just outside the Monterey County line in San Luis Obispo County. This is a magnitude 4.7 earthquake. It's a little bit bigger than a lot of the little shakers that we get around here on the Central Coast, and certainly felt far and wide, all the way from Santa Cruz to Santa Maria. Folks reported feeling this earthquake. Now, as we look at some of the other information from it, it was at a depth of around 3 miles, which is actually pretty shallow in earthquake terms. If it's only a couple miles, usually that's a pretty shallow earthquake. Its exact location about 1 mile east of Ragged Point, so right barely in San Luis Obispo County, just south of the line, 10 miles southeast of Gorda, or about, that's where all the expensive gas prices are, by the way, that you see on those viral pictures that go around. And King City, you're about 30 miles south of you, but again, this was felt all the way from Santa Maria up to Santa Cruz. This, again, against the San Simeon Fault. Now, the San Simeon Fault is what's called a strike-slip fault, so in this case, the two blocks of earth kind of moving back and forth. And actually, this is actually pretty close to the big San Simeon earthquake of 2003, which was a 6.5 or 6.6. Now, that is a different type of fault, but it was in the same general area, but a separate fault. So that previous earthquake was on the Oceanic Fault, and then a few miles away is the San Simeon Fault. So this is on a smaller one. We've had two aftershocks since. One was a 3.6 and another at a 1.9. So if you felt a little shaking around 4:42 p.m. today, that was the earthquake that happened for us. We've got so much more about the weather coming up. Phil, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
All right, thanks for that information. Well, the storm damage has been reported all across the Central Coast, especially in Santa Cruz County. PG&E crews are working to restore power to thousands of customers. KION's Lisa Principe toured some of that damage today.
Plenty of huge trees have fallen all across the county, including this massive tree that snapped this power pole right here on Glen Canyon Road. Another tree fell right into a home in Scotts Valley. PG&E says their crews are currently working to restore almost 200 outages across the Central Coast.
Some trees fell, very windy, rustling leaves.
A massive storm causing damage all across Santa Cruz County. I took a drive from Scotts Valley through Boulder Creek to survey some of that damage after Sunday night's storm. This massive tree fell right into this home in Scotts Valley on Tabor Way Sunday evening. The homeowners tell me there was significant damage to their kitchen, but thankfully no one was hurt.
Large tree that had split a house in half, and the remaining section had also impacted another residence. Wires were down, so fire responded immediately. The whole street is out of commission for a little bit.
This power pole was leaning from the impact. Crews have to take down all of the tree before PG&E crews can get back in to fix the power lines.
We have about 200 outages that are remaining, and we are prioritizing those who have had the longest duration.
In Boulder Creek, another huge tree came down up Scenic Way, and two power poles were snapped by the impact of this tree on Glen Canyon Road. PG&E says power might not be restored until Tuesday. Caleb, who lives in Santa Cruz, also lost power when a tree fell into his neighbor's yard.
Right as the power went out, the people next door, they came over and they're like, because it went right in front of the house. We're like, oh, they said, oh shoot, there's a tree, just crashed right on the road in front of us. We're all in the living room, whatever, and we just heard it and we all freaked out.
And of course, it's frustrating to be without power, but PG&E is asking people to be patient as their crews work to restore outages all across the region. In Santa Cruz County, Lisa Principe, KION Newschannel 546.
Okay, thanks, Lisa. We are continuing to track multiple power outages across the Central Coast tonight, caused by downed trees falling on power lines. Outages across much of Santa Cruz County in particular. Soledad in Monterey County saw more than 1,000 PG&E customers without electricity throughout much of the day, but that number has gone down significantly. Pebble Beach also reported some weather-related outages. A high surf warning is in effect until Tuesday morning here on the Central Coast. 20-foot waves are expected this week with strong rip currents. KION's Jonathan Sarabi is live in Monterey. He spoke with residents about the angry surf. Jonathan.
Phil, I spoke to people who come to the beach almost every day to admire the beautiful ocean we have here on the Central Coast, but they say they haven't seen any waves like the ones behind me in a while.
And I've never seen the waves come over like this.
This is a shock. To see no beach.
Peggy Connor took the time to visit the beach in Monterey after the rain went away, only to find the waves to be the highest she's ever seen.
I wanted to see the white caps because I knew there would be with all this wind and rain, and it's beautiful. Look at that. The beach is gone. The beach is totally gone. This is always walkable. Today it isn't.
Francisco Valdez is also a regular beachgoer. Every day on his lunchtime, he drives down to admire the waves and get a little bit of peace and quiet. But he says the beautiful ocean can also be dangerous, especially for tourists.
You hear it all the time. They try to get up on the rocks here. It's a beautiful view, but if you get out there too close, the ocean can turn on you.
The U.S. Coast Guard station in Monterey says they usually have a person in the water case at least once a week. But they say this week there's an increased danger because of the storm we just witnessed and because summer beach gradients are still kind of shallow from the calm summers, which is why they say it's important for people to stay away from the ocean as much as possible.
We have a high potential for sneaker waves and rip currents. It doesn't matter how strong of a swimmer you are. Knee-deep water will take you off your feet, and then the subsequent rip current will drag you out to sea. It does not matter how strong of a swimmer you are. With the turbulent water and the coldness, you quickly become incapacitated.
The Coast Guard says they have crews on 24-hour standby, which includes a motor lifeboat crew and a Coast Guard helicopter on standby in San Francisco. Phil, as of now, they have not had any reports of water rescues, and they're actually using this opportunity to be able to train in severe weather. Reporting live in Monterey, Jonathan Sarabia, KION News, Channel 546.
Angry waters out there. Thanks, Jonathan. Monterey County Regional Fire says they had to tow multiple cars stuck in flooded water today on Hartnell and Alisal Road, which had to be closed to drivers for hours. MC Regional Fire said they pulled 6 cars that got stuck early this morning. No one was hurt. And for anyone visiting Waddell Beach today, don't go chasing waterfalls. That's what CAL FIRE CZU tweeted out with this video today. It was shot on Highway 1 in Santa Cruz County, about a half-mile south of the San Mateo County line. 2 of Monterey County's parks are closed today because of the stormy weather over the weekend. Jack's Peak Park is closed due to high winds and debris on the roads and trails. And portions of San Lorenzo Park are closed because of urban flooding and impacted drainage structures. Those areas will remain closed while cleanup and dewatering is underway. Well, coming up, new guidelines in the treatment for appendicitis, how people might be able to avoid getting surgery, and an impending strike in Major League Baseball. Say it ain't so. We take a look at who and when we return.